Hello, my fellow YouTubers. Hope y'all are having a great day today. Today, guys, I'm going to give you guys a film review, and I'm actually going to be reviewing a famous story that y'all might know. And in fact, I've actually reviewed the book, like in one of my recent videos, and that is good old Peter Pan. And the one that I'm actually going to be reviewing in this is the one from 2003 that was released, and I know there was that animated version that Disney made. I actually decided to do this live action one because it follows the original story much closer than the animated version, which is why I decided to choose this one instead. As you all know, yes, Peter Pan, it's about a boy, doesn't want to grow up, goes off to Neverland, comes and finds Wendy, and brings her and her two brothers to Neverland to never grow up. And yep, then there's the notorious Captain Hook who's in the story, which we all know about him. But besides all that, y'all know about the whole Peter Pan story, so we're just going to get right into the review. For me, watching this film, I actually am awarding it a good 4.5 out of 5 stars. The story itself was pretty fun, great family film, even though like anyone can really watch it. I can tell that the movie really did target more of the younger audience, like the story originally was intended for, but adults could enjoy it too. Like, it is pretty self explanatory, and we all had that time in our lives where, we didn't want to grow up. We wanted to stay young forever because growing up, there's a lot of responsibilities now. Like, that's the thing about being an adult right there. You got more responsibilities as you grow up, and it sucks, but can't avoid it right there. And we all had that time in our lives where we actually didn't want to because we didn't want to have to deal with any more responsibilities than what we already had to deal with. So, yes, plot, really good. Characters in there, they were pretty close to what you saw in the book. They crafted them very similar to what we saw right there. Hook, they gave him more a little bit of a comedic role in there. In the story, he kind of has more of a serious role and not so much of a comedic role. But in most of the films I've seen, they usually give Captain Hook a comedic role rather than a serious more role right there, which I can understand. Once again, it's more of a younger story for younger people, so they try to bring in the comedy right there, and Captain Hook was one of the characters that they felt would fit real well with it, and he actually puts it on pretty well right there to his character. And that I enjoyed very much right there, to see that even though he's supposed to be this serious person, but for him to have comedy and be like humorous right there along with everyone, it adds more flair to the story right there and realism. And it shows you like that the story isn't trying to be too serious. It's trying to have fun right there, which is what we like to see in films. Also, like the action, the adventure in there, there was plenty of it. Didn't overdo it, but it gave you enough of it to where it was just like what you'd expect with a story that had pirates in there. You wanted to see some sword battling, some cannon blows, and a bunch of other stuff. Get to see chase scenes, a few with the crocodile that's after Hook ever since he ate his hand, and he's now following him for the rest of him. The crocodile itself was also pretty good. I mean, compared to like the book and the film, like the book, they probably made it more towards like, like a Nile or a saltwater crocodile, like big enough to where it could swallow a human whole, pretty much. Which those are like the only two crocodiles that are big enough to do that. But then in the film, like they made that crocodile like a prehistoric crocodile, which for sure could swallow a human. But yeah, that thing was like huge, monstrous size. It was probably like maybe the length of his ship, probably. That's how big it was. So, yeah, that was also pretty neat. But overall, this film was pretty neat. I enjoyed it. even though much older now, I do watch it every now and then, but not as much as I did. But I still do enjoy it because it so follows the story that I know of much closer than any other film I've seen about Peter Pan, and that's just that. I'll try covering a few of the others, and I'll even try to cover that Hook film as well, which is kind of like a alternative twist to the Peter Pan legend. But this video was just solely about the 2003 version. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Y'all stay safe and have a great day.